told everyone 5-1 underdog, and I picked him, and he won. Amazing from Justin Gaethje. Amazing win at the White House in front of everyone. And we're going to do a UFC Freedom 250 recap. And we're going to start from the first fight of the night, going to the last one. Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Another crazy fight. Steve Garcia was winning the fight in the first round. He was peppering Lopez, absolutely landing whatever he wanted to land. And then he turned autistic. And as soon as we entered the second round, he starts brawling with Lopez because he wants to be cool on the White House lawn. And gets absolutely slammed by a left hook. All of the spit flying out of his mouth, destroyed. And then Diego Lopez follows up again with more shots, ending Garcia out cold. And like 10 unnecessary headshots on the ground and pound. It was really rough to watch. Poor Steve Garcia. It looked really sad. Every American fighter that lost tonight, it was sad to watch. They were so upset at the White House. And that was one for Steve Garcia. He got absolutely murdered. 47 significant strikes on Lopez, though. Very impressive. On to another one. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. A lot of these fights are short because they all ended within KO. Every single fight was a knockout. This is the first time that a UFC fight has ever ended in all knockouts. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Bo Nickel lays in praise for 3 minutes, gets up, pops Dawkins with the right hand, and Kyle Dawkins just gives up. This fight isn't too interesting. It was fun. Bo Nickel did lay and pray for the first 4 minutes. As soon as they got up, he popped Kyle Dawkins with the right hand. Kyle Dawkins went down. Bo Nickel finished him with elbow, 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 elbow. And Bo Nickel looks like an alien, dude. If you watch these promo things of him without the beard and just like the hair like this, dude, it's creepy. So Alien kills Kyle Dawkins at the White House. The FBI took Bo Nickel back to Area 51 where he belonged. And that was it. It was over. Kyle Dawkins lost. Another sad one. He looked pretty upset. He's my favorite fighter. He's my favorite fighter. Michael Chandler lost. I'm really emotional about this one. Michael Chandler got absolutely destroyed. Mauricio Rufy is so good. And Mauricio Rufy lands a spinning wheel kick TKO. Michael Chandler looked good in the first. He looked mobile. He was laying leg kicks a little bit, moving in and out, moving in and out. And then Rufy just starts to do whatever he wants to them. He pushes Michael Chandler against the cage and lands on his guard. And those shots still hurt Michael Chandler so bad over and over again. And I wish I had good to say about Michael Chandler. I really do wish. He didn't retire, though. He didn't retire tonight. He'll probably fight some unranked lightweight killer. Hopefully it's like Drew Dober or Bobby Green, who aren't killers, and he can sleep them and then retire. But it was absolutely brutal for Michael Chandler. He was destroyed at the White House. Spinning wheel kick TKO. Mauricio Rufy moved in after he hurt Michael Chandler to the body at the cage with a humongous liver shot. It was one of the nastiest ones I've ever seen. Rufy lands a humongous liver shot on Chandler. Then Chandler gets pushed up against the cage. Rufy keeps landing, lands a spinning wheel kick that drops Chandler. And he follows up with some of the nastiest ground and pound I've ever seen. Chandler, you're my favorite. Please retire, dude. You know, he's going to get somebody else, but he's got to retire, man. He got absolutely killed. Mauricio Rufy's good, though. He's good. And you're not ashamed to be destroyed by him, but you've been destroyed over and over and over again. Michael Chandler, retire, please. I love you, though, even though you're really dirty, but not as dirty as someone later we're going to get to. Next fight. Dude, how fat is Derek Lewis at the White House? And what is wrong with Josh Hockett? Derek Lewis, for the first round, he survived the first round, and it was pretty good, you know? He just got ground and pound, pretty good, from Hockett. Hockett just landed ground and pound for an entire round, did whatever he wanted, and then that was it. Ground and pound, ground and pound, ground and pound. And Hockett looked slower than he did in the Curtis Blades fight. I wanted to put that out. He did not train as hard for this fight. And Derek Lewis got ground and pounded for an entire round. They go to round 2, and it's literally Hockett teeing off on him for 4 minutes total. Derek Lewis plodding around, getting hit like that, and then walking back ever so slightly just to get hit again over and over again, like one of those clown balloons that you knock down and they pop back up. That was Derek Lewis the entire fight. Oh my God, was it rough. And it was rough. And Josh Hockett knocks him out in the second round, getting to the end. Derek Lewis is absolutely tired. Doesn't matter if his best friend Donald Trump's in the crowd. He's still going down, down, down. like an absolute idiot. It is sad. It is really sad. And Josh Hockey gets on the mic and, of course, goes crazy. God bless America. I love my God. And Michelle Obama is a man. Says that on the mic at the White House, and everyone eats it up. And he goes off immediately. Josh Hockey is a superstar. He had a great performance. 10-0. Give him against Sergey Pavlovich for a title shot, man. This is insane. Josh Hockey did insane, and he had a crazy post-fight speech. Very controversial. But look at those strikes. 105 strikes to 8. Derek Lewis, it's also time for you to hang up the gloves, just like Michael Chandler. You got absolutely destroyed. And what are you doing against anybody else? Josh Hockey killed you. You're going to keep getting killed again and again and again. Derek Lewis is a bum, and he needs to retire. He got absolutely murdered in that fight. Amin Zahabi versus Sean O'Malley. Here's my Amin Zahabi impression. You know, I'm not going to knock you out, but you won't walk tomorrow. Look at the... Can we get the leg kicks? No. The leg kicks were absolutely insane from Amin Zahabi. 81% of his strikes were leg kicks. He would trade getting punched in the face for leg kicks. What was his game plan? I thought Fares Zahabi was supposed to be an amazing game planner. And all Amin Zahabi does, 26 leg kicks to 6 head strikes thrown, 0 body strikes thrown. Oh my God. You're an idiot. And it went to the second round. Sean O'Malley was getting leg kicks for the first round. Wasn't winning too well. He was just getting peppered, and he was peppering back. But in the very end of the first round, he definitely found his rhythm. Started landing the 1-2 over and over again for the last 30 seconds, and it was really putting the pressure on Zahabi. And that's how it went to round 2. The same thing. Zahabi leg kicked the entire time for round 2 over and over and over again. Just leg kick, leg kick, leg kick. Just getting punched in the face over and over again. Like, I don't know what his plan was to win, just to hurt O'Malley's legs. It really was greatly confusing. And O'Malley stiffs him with the left hook hard. And Zahabi gets back up, but he gets back up like an idiot. He didn't circle out. He got straight back up right in front of O'Malley. And O'Malley lands a 1-2 right on the chin. And Zahabi literally goes like this, like a possum. He went possum. And then it was a walk-off KO by O'Malley. O'Malley calls out Peter Yan after the win, giving Peter Yan. That was an insane performance. Zahabi got absolutely killed. And he's just too slow. He's way too slow. As I said in the prediction video, Zahabi's going to be too slow for O'Malley. And that was 100% true. Zahabi got outsped by O'Malley the entire time. As soon as O'Malley found his range, he did whatever he wanted to Zahabi. And he just beat him the entire time. Not on leg kicks, though, because those are really important. Yeah, Ariel Helwani gets beat by Sean O'Malley. Second round KO. Beautiful KO. Dude. I know I picked Gane to win, but it still hurts. And it hurts. I thought Gane was going to win by a decision, by just peppering the entire fight on the outside leg kicks. And that's what he did for the first round. Gane won the first round really well, and he was beating Pereira in the first round, and I saw it coming. Going in that second round, I was like, oh my God, Pereira's going to get slept. It looked bad. It looked really, really bad. And yeah, Gane was just landing whatever he wanted. Literally whatever he wanted. Head strikes, everything, and it hurt to watch. Pereira did not look good. He looked old and slow, and he looked chinny. And then in the second round, I think I was actually appalled. I don't even remember what happened. It was early in the second round, like 30 seconds. Gane catches Pereira with a hook, and it puts Pereira down. Pereira shoots on a panic shot, and then Gane has his head down, and Gane fucking landed a million back of the head shots. I'm not even kidding. 10 back of the head elbows over and over again. Herb Dean's letting this fight go on. Good for Herb Dean. It could have been stopped there. Ciryl Gane had Alex Pereira out in that moment. It was absolutely brutal. Ciryl Gane had Pereira out. And then Pereira gets back up. Really impressive, gets back up. And then Gane stalks him down against the cage and punches him right in the face. Of course, that's what happened. And Pereira goes out against the fence. And Herb Dean had no other way but to step in. Pereira will not be the GOAT. Oh my God, how good is Jones? Oh my God. John Jones is the GOAT. I hate it. I hate it. Cyril Gane looked good. I think he's going to beat Aspinall in the rematch. Why did he look so good? Oh my God, this French bastard. Oh my God. Alex Pereira loses by KO. Absolutely sad. And, you know, a lot of these fights were sad to watch, but that doesn't matter. That does not matter. When we watch Justin Gaethje take Ilia Toporia's O as a 5-1 underdog. Let that be known. 5-1 underdog takes the O. The first round was Gaethje's. Ilia Topuria looked slow, plotty going in the first round, and Justin Gaethje was landing big hooks. And I think Ilia Topuria felt the power of Gaethje and just looked a little bit slower. He was feeling himself going that round. And then after the first round, after he took a bunch of hooks and he landed some on Gaethje, dude, Topuria's face was messed up. Bad. And that's the story of this fight. How bad his face was. And then that was round one. It was just walking around. Gaethje looked great in the round one. Round two, completely different story. Ilia Topuria pressuring Gaethje against the cage like he needs to do to win. And also, I want to mention, Gaethje's landing his high kick at complete will. Like, whenever he wanted to land the high kick, he did, which was very good. I said that in my prediction video that would happen. But Ilia Topuria in the second round pressuring Gaethje, and he hit Gaethje the liver shot, and Gaethje shelled up against the fence. And, dude, he was out, dude. These liver shots, bang, 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 bang. Body shots, Gaethje gets dropped by it. Ref almost stepped in. And I would have been so pissed off because Ilia Topuria decides to grapple. Ilia Topuria is exhausted in the second round from all of that work. And he lays on Justin Gaethje. He tries to get an armbar, but Gaethje defends the entire time. And that was the beginning of the end for Ilia Topuria, because it did go into round three, and that was really bad for Ilia. Because we start round three, and it was really bad. Gaethje was landing over and over again, and then he hits Ilia Topuria with a right hook, and he drops Ilia Topuria bad in that round. Ilia Topuria, I thought he was going to be done, but Gaethje does a stupid north-south position where he can't finish the fight. Gaethje would have knocked him out if he didn't go to that north-south position. Ilia Topuria was dropped bad, and he just got beat up for the entire round. Gaethje dropped him bad. Ilia Topuria got up. Pepper, just beat him up bad the entire round. It was amazing to watch. Fuck you, Ilia. I hate Ilia. Or a debt forever. After that knockdown, or a debt. Jai Herbert knock you down? Of course, Justin Gaethje's gonna knock you down. Or a debt. And then he goes to the stool. And Ilia Topuria says, I can't see. Quitter mentality right there. He knows if he says that, he gets quit. The doctor comes in, looks at Ilia Topuria's eyes. Ilia Topuria can't follow along at all. And Gaethje, and they say, the doctor says, no, he can't keep going. No, he's done. And then a UFC executive comes in the ring and is like, he's fighting. You are letting him fight. It's over. Ilia Topuria goes in the fourth round and still is fighting. You know, this guy's got some fighter spirit and he has a chin to him. But in round four, it was one-sided again. Ilia Topuria just gets punched over and over again. Gaethje was landing all of his strikes, leg kicks, but Gaethje was getting caught. But Ilia Topuria lost all of his power. He did not look nearly as powerful as he ever did. And at the end, Ilia Topuria shoots on a takedown. Justin Gaethje defends it completely and lands this nasty knee to the ribs. And it looked like it broke Topuria's ribs because Topuria just absolutely broke after that knee. And they went to the stool, and his brother called the fight. It was over. Ilia Topuria loses by round 4 TKO. Absolutely amazing fight. Justin Gaethje is the new champion of the world. I saw it coming. I did see it coming. This is the American dream right there. Gaethje's a 5-1 underdog going against the undefeated foreign guy coming in and destroying him. Nothing else matters. The rest of the card, whatever. Pereira got KO'd. Whatever. Dude, Gaethje beat Topuria bad. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Every last detail was perfect. And even though Gaethje got hurt and dropped, Gaethje absolutely killed him. And I think Gaethje's going to fight Arman Tsarukyan. I think he wants to keep fighting until he loses the belt. I think a lot of people in this fight should have retired. But it was 7 KOs in 7 fights. That's absolutely insane. Ilia Topuria is now undefeated. Khamzat Chimaev, Ilia Topuria, 2 people on their way to becoming the GOAT of the sport, get beat. Now, I wish I could have saw Justin Gaethje versus Islam. Because what would have happened? We don't know. But this was insane. Best card I've ever seen in my life. A lot of favorites won, but Gaethje did win. This is insane. Have a great night. This was awesome. Bye. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Gotta mention that.